baby. Let's go here for Super Saturday. Let's crack on, and we are good to go. Hey guys, how you going today on BKR Sport? Let's rock and roll for some Super Saturday footy, and we've got a really big day of rugby league today. Obviously, you guys might have noticed that I was not here yesterday. I was actually quite sick this week, and I am still kind of coming to the back end of this sickness. You would have heard that on Thursday anyway with the women's game that we did between the Knights and the Roosters. So, unfortunately, I wasn't here for last night's games. With that being said, I'm also kind of okay that I wasn't here for last night's games because we all knew that the Warriors were going to get a good win over the Tigers, and we all knew that the Storm were going to give the Eels a bit of a whooping in front of 3 people in their crowd. So, yeah, look, it's going to be a good day today. We've got the Brisbane Broncos taking on the Canterbury Bulldogs in a game that has a lot of ramifications for the ladder. We also have the Cowboys taking on the Sharks, which, guess what, also has a lot of ramifications for the ladder. And then later on today, we have the Roosters versus Manly, which has, guess what, a lot of ramifications for the ladder. So, big day of footy. Really, really big day of footy here today. Looking forward to it. Obviously, guys, hit that like button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And let's get into the 2-team lineup. So, the Broncos, they are in 12th position as $1.24 favourites. The Bulldogs are in 6th position, $3.85 underdogs. And this is at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Now, you might be a little bit confused. About the odds there. And the reason being for the odds is, one, Stephen Crichton is out for the Doggies. But also, two, I believe the Dogs have only won one away game all season, which is incredible. Like, I don't know if they've lost a game at home all season, but it's like the Gold Coast Suns in the AFL. Suns win every single game at home. They have not lost a home game this season, but haven't won an away game this season. The only Bulldogs away win this year came in against Newcastle on the 31st of May when they won 32-2. Besides that, they have lost 26-8 to the Eels, 25-6 to the Sharks, 20-16 to the Rabbitohs, 16-14 to the Storm, 16-10 to the Panthers, 24-20 to the Raiders. Obviously won that 32-2 game against the Knights and Newcastle. Lost 26-8 in Gosford to the Roosters. And lost to the Cowboys last week, 20-18 up there in North Queensland. So, yeah, the Bulldogs have got to really overturn a gigantic amount of momentum against their team at the moment. And also, I don't believe the Bulldogs have won at Suncorp Stadium since 2015, which is a crazy stat. That is an absolutely crazy stat to talk about there, man. So, that's why the odds are as blown as they are. And also the Broncos are starting to find a little bit of form. They're going to lose next week, but the Broncos are starting to find a little bit of form themselves. They go into their recent games. Obviously, they won 30-14 over the Knights last week. I know they lost to the Dragons 30-26, and also the Panthers 14-6, and also the Warriors 32-16, and also the Rabbitohs 22-12, and also the Sharks 22-12, and also the Titans 36-34. Oh wait, and their other win came back in 17th of May against the Manly Seagulls 13-12 at Suncorp Stadium. So I wanted to put that out there just to remind you guys that people are really talking about this really amazing form from the Broncos, and it confuses me. It does. It really does confuse me a little bit because they have only won one game since Magic Round. And it was against Newcastle, who are significantly struggling at the moment on the table. They are, in 11th position, but there is a very, very good chance in the next couple of weeks that they could fall even further. The Knights are not exactly the most fantastic team going around at the moment. So, the Broncos have won that one game. Let's see them continue on with a little bit of a roll before we start getting confident that the Broncos are back. They did look better against the Knights, but again, let's see a little bit of consistency there first. I know Reno was back, and they did look a lot more competent with Adam Reynolds there in the halves. With that being said, they've still got a lot to prove for mine. So I do think $1.24 is quite short for a team that's won one game since Magic Round. But, it is what it is. We'll see what the bookies do think. Now, the ins here for the Broncos, Blake Moser and Selwyn Cobbo. Outs are Brendan Piakura and Josiah Katapani. Going to fullback, Reese's Pieces, Reese Walsh, with the wingers being Selwyn Cobbo and Jesse Arthurs. Centres of Tony Staggs and Dean Mariner. 5'8" is Ezra Mann, with the halfback being Adam Reynolds, who is the captain. Go to the front row forwards, Corey Jensen and Payne Huss, with the number 9, Billy Walters. Back row of Kobe Hetherington and Jordan Ricky, with the 13, Patrick Carrigan. Interchange, Blake Moser, Xavier Willison, Martin Tapau, and Corey Oates, with the 18th minute placement being Tyson Smoothie. This team is definitely a winnable team. I have said for years now that the Broncos are still a hooker away from winning the comp. I do not believe in Billy Walters. I think that he is a sustainable and a hooker that will get you through. But I do think that they should have kind of gone all in for a hooker when they had the opportunity. And I think I don't know if Damo would have gone to Queensland, to be fair. I think he probably wanted to stay in Sydney. But with that being said, the Broncos could have gone all out. And that would have been a real kick in the teeth to the Rabbitohs, getting Reynolds and Cook and then winning a comp with him. That would have been a real kick in the teeth. But that wasn't to be. I still think the Broncos need to work in with that hooker. I still think they need a hooker to really go forward. But with that being said, I am pretty confident with them today. Now we go to the ins here for the Bulldogs. Hayes Perham and Lipoi Hopoi. Michael Innes' favourite name there. The outs of Chris Patolo and Stephen Crichton. Huge out there. He is like the crux of this team. You go to fullback, Connor Tracy, with the wingers being Blake Wilson and Jarrell Skelton. Centres of Jacob Curiaz and Bronson Cherry. 5'8" is Matt Burton, with the halfback being my boy Toby Sexton. Front row forwards of Josh Curran and Samuel Hughes, with the 9 being Reid Marnie. Back row, Viliami Kikau and Jacob Preston, with the lock being Kurt Mann. Interchange of Bailey Hayward, Lipoi Hopoi, Curtis Marin and Harry Hayes, with the replacement being Hayes Perham. Gee whiz. Look, I think that the Doggies team overall is what we expect from them for the most part of this year. Obviously, they are missing Addo Carr, and they are also missing Stephen Crichton, which is a big couple of hours. Don't really think the Addo Carr one really impacts too greatly on the win or the loss. Just he kind of impacts on how much you can win by. And also, defensively, he's a little bit, susceptible. So, it's not the biggest of loss in Addo Carr, because they do have some competent wingers. But with that being said, Stephen Crichton is a huge loss here. I will go and say the Broncos win this game. And I do feel like a 13-pluser could be on here. I would like to see the Bulldogs win this one, because for me, if they win this game, one, the Broncos are done for the season. I would go as far to say the Broncos are done for the season. And two, I would say the Bulldogs are pretty much guaranteed. Like, I wouldn't say they're guaranteed by any means, but I do think this is a big win for them to kind of guarantee and solidify a spot in the finals. Sorry, guys, I am still getting past my sickness here. So they've got the plus 63. We'll get into the points differential in a second and whatnot. But yeah, I do think the Broncos win 13 plus, but I would like to see the Dogs prove me wrong in this situation, because it will give us, a bit of a sneaky in regards to someone, providing a little bit. Well, they are the second best defensive team in the comp. They are the second best defensive team in the comp. So, it would provide a little bit of something when it comes to the finals. A team that no one expected to get there. But it is a bit of an interesting run for the Doggies to finish up the year. But if they focus on their defense, that's great. But they do need to focus a little bit more on their attack as well. Now we go into the ladder positioning here. The game does start in 7 minutes' time, guys. The Bulldogs are in 6th position on 24 points with a plus 63 points differential. If they were to win this game, for the time being, they would go above the Manly Sea Eagles, but that is it. They would go equal with the Roosters on 26, but the Roosters have a 209 points differential, so they would have to win this game by about 140. Or they win this game by 100 and hope that the Roosters lose to Manly by 40, and then there you go, you're into the top 4. But it's more than likely not going to be happening. And also, obviously, Manly Roosters play later on today regardless. So one of those teams would go back above them either way. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to happen. If Manly beat the Roosters, they'd go top 4. If Roosters beat them, then... yeah. Well, anyway, the Bulldogs would have to hope that Manly lose to the Roosters tonight regardless. So you'd probably be expecting them to be in 5th position by the end of the weekend if they won. But if they lose this game here, the Dogs... The Dolphins, they take on the Titans. Dogs fans, you better be the biggest Titans fans ever tomorrow at Suncorp Stadium. I will be at Suncorp Stadium tomorrow. So the Dolphins, if they beat the Titans, then they would go above them. So the Bulldogs would go to 7th. The Cowboys, they played the game after this against the Sharkies. If the Cowboys win, they would go above them. So the Dogs would go down to 8th. The Dragons, they played the Panthers tomorrow. If the Dragons were to beat the Panthers, you would be in 9th position. And then you're not going to drop below the Raiders or the Knights, who are do have the ability to equal you on points, but the points differential is just awful. So you're probably looking at yourself being in 8th position, because I can't see the Dragons beating the Panthers. With that being said, the Bulldogs could finish out of the 8 this weekend. On the other hand, we've got the Brisbane Broncos, who desperately need to win this game. They need to win this game at Suncorp Stadium. If they are to win this game, they would go above the Warriors into 12th position. They have a points differential plus 25. So the Knights have minus 97. The Raiders have a minus 91. Broncos, for the time being, would go into 10th position. That's as high as they possibly could go because the Dragons are in 9th on 24 points. If the Raiders are to beat the Rabbitohs, then if the Raiders are to beat the Rabbitohs, then the Raiders would obviously go back above them. The Knights have already, I would assume their bye points have already been given, right? So, yeah, I'm pretty certain their bye points have already been given. So they would go above the Knights. So you'd probably be looking at you'd be looking at the Broncos. I don't know if the Raiders win or the Rabbitohs win. It's a tough game. So either 10th or 11th is what you'd be looking at. If they are to lose this game, the Rabbitohs, if they beat the Raiders, would go above them, and the Broncos would go into 14th. The Titans, if they beat the Dolphins, would go equal with the Broncos, but they would have to win by a large margin. Unless the Bulldogs pumped them here today, and the Titans pumped the Dolphins. Wink, wink, hopefully. But if the Titans would win, they would go equal 20 points. But I can't see them go above. But then guess what? Next week, Titans Broncos at Suncorp Stadium. Welcome, Mr. Bronco. But there you go. So, yeah, lots to play for the Broncos. I think if they lose this game, I would nearly count them out of the rest of the season. It's not guaranteed that they're out, but you'd nearly say that with the Bulldogs being without a couple of players, with a really poor away record, also a really poor record at Suncorp Stadium, and to go and beat you there when you need to win, I would count the Broncos out. So that's why I think the Broncos win is one by a decent chunk. But it is a finals kind of game here. Both these teams desperately need to win. So let's go hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and let's get to the chat. There's about 5 minutes to go until the game does kick off. Olivia Reed with the $8 Redo donation says another day, another dono reporting live from Suncorp. Got a beer and I'm all set to go. So cool. Got to watch the girls play. There was a good biffo. Yes, I'm not a big fan of Scotty Prince right now with the way he's spoken about the Titans, considering he was a club legend, and for him to not understand how comments that he can make can be misconstrued, and he can put the club on blast for saying something stupid. So I'm not a big fan of Scotty Prince right now, and obviously the Broncos women's team didn't look too great against last year's Spooners in the Eels, and the Eels did beat them. So really happy for the Eels there. They definitely needed after seeing what they're seeing this year in the NRL. But in regards to the Broncos, yeah, if I need to move past this issue with Scott Prince before I can start to kind of get behind him. I did also pick out, though, that Ali Brigginshaw, I think she is starting to show her age. I think she is starting to get a little bit on now. And it might be a year or two past where she probably should have retired. But with that being said, she is still a solid enough player. I just don't know if the Broncos can really start to move into the next era of their NRLW future until she has retired. That's what I think. But thank you very much for your $8 donation. Gross says, as a Dragons fan, who do I even go for this game? Broncos will start catching up and have a there. I don't know what that means. By the way, still have a there. By the way, I have their bye still, and Dogs will then be 2 points ahead if they win. I would personally be going for the Broncos if I was a Dragons fan, and I say this to you guys all the time: stop being nervous about the teams below you. At the end of the day, you deserve to make the 8 if you win enough games. If you win and you get yourself to a point where you come 8th or 7th or 6th or whatever, it's because you won enough games, right? So although it's scary, and I know it's scary, I've been there before, not many times, but I've been there before, it is scary to look back and see, oh, these guys are coming. You should be confident enough in your Dragons team that they are able to win enough games to get into the 8, regardless of teams below them. So always think about the teams above you, because you want to take over them. You want to be like, because what's the point? I know it's fun being in the finals and whatnot, but what's the point of getting into the finals week 1 and getting flogged by 50? What's the point? So that's not how you should be thinking. By looking backwards, you're looking and thinking, we're not good enough to make it, so what's the kind of point of making it? Right? But if you're looking forward, you're like, okay, I'm confident, I think we can make this. Also, Dragons aren't even in the 8 right now. Dragons are in 9th position. So, yeah, I would be 100% looking towards jumping above the Dogs. 100% looking towards jumping above the Dogs. You want the Broncos. You're not even in the 8. So that's what I think. Anyway, the game is very close to starting. Bruce Smith says do or die. Not for the Dogs, it's not. But for the Broncos, I would probably say it's do or die close enough. Will Shaw's Hey Blaze, hey chat, should be a cracking Civic Saturday. Yeah, looking forward to it, mate. Yeah, looking forward to it. Good win on Sunday, by the way, Will Shaw. I personally believe we lost that game significantly ourselves in a lot of parts because we did get off to a good start, obviously. But I think it was a Tigers game on steroids for us. I didn't think that the Brookvale crowd was as impressive. It was sold out, but I didn't think they were impressive enough and sound-wise for the most part. But with that being said, Manly were just the better team at the end of the day. You were offside a lot, but with that being said, I'm happy to say that we lost that game. Paddy's NRL getting around it. Nate J says no Crichton for doggies, but I reckon they'll upset the Brisbaneites. Really? It's Suncorp Stadium. If this was at a core, I probably... Oh, I don't know. I still feel like the Broncos would win. I think it'd just be a lot closer. I don't know. I'll still go Bronx, man. I'll still go Bronx. I just think the Bulldogs... I didn't actually mention this. The Broncos are running onto the field. The Bulldogs' attack this year, they've scored 346 points. The Bulldogs' defence this year, they've given up 283 points, which is nothing. Right, it's the second best defence in the comp by a pretty decent stretch, pretty decent margin to the Sharks, actually, on 317. You wouldn't have expected that after their 44-0 flogging when they were at Sharky Park. But the Broncos, they've scored 413 points and given up 388. So they're 100 points differential. They've given up more. But the Broncos score 413 to 346. So that's another 70-odd. Which isn't exactly fantastic themselves, but they've been without Adam Reynolds for the most part of this year. So I'm pretty confident in the Broncos today. I'm pretty confident in the Broncos because the Dogs can defend, but they can't score. The Broncos can score, and also their defense isn't absolutely horrific. It's not horrific. I don't know when they play the Titans. But alright, guys, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. The Bulldogs get the ball to the 15th with Sam Hughes. What's Broncos bingo? What? I don't know what that means. I'm playing Broncos bingo at the game and I have got the most hardest card ever. I don't know what that means. Panamata Squealers 1947 says, which sport will you be watching in the Olympics? I've been watching them all, man, but it's just so late in the night, bro, and I've got people I live with, so I can't really just live stream it. Plus, I've also been really sick. But we'll see. We will see. We will see. Good win for the Eels women in the games today, paying $5.50. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know why the Broncos were second favourites when the comp made no sense. Scott Prince a little bit over his head. Ali Brigginshaw getting a little bit on now in age. And I feel like there's a lot better teams, you know. And not be biased, the Titans are top two favourites, if not the favourite after last year and with the team they've got on paper. The Knights are obviously up there. Couldn't believe the Broncos were above the Roosters as well. And it was crazy. Second tackle leave the Bronx and they'll get taken back into the 18. I'm still feeling we can upset the Broncos. Of course you do, because you're a Dogs fan. You have to think that. Third tackle now for the Broncos at the 25. I'm a Titans fan, mate. I'm going to go to Penrith in round 27 and still give myself and our team a chance to win when we probably won't win. Right? You're expected to think that. If you don't think that, then you're not really a fan. Like, you can tip the opposite team if you really, really want to, but if you don't have like an inner feeling like, oh, maybe we could upset them today, then you're not really a fan. Reynolds was a high ball up there, and that was not really chased well enough by Stags, and it's going to be a penalty here to the Bulldogs. Or is it Marnie penalised? So it's a Broncos penalty, so it must have been late hit on the kicker from Reed Marnie and Adam Reynolds. Good work. This is a very, very different team. This Broncos team is a very, very different team with Reno there. Very, very different team. Wilshaw says, if Dogs want top four, they'd rather Manly win. I don't think the Dogs should be thinking about top four. Respectfully. I don't think they should be thinking about top four. They're not a top four team. They're just not. Like, I'm sorry, but they're not a top four team yet. You know, maybe next year, but not this year. And if they get there, it's like they're not winning grand final this year, guys. But they've been good for what people expected. Reece Walsh here, 10 metres out here for the line. And it's going to be second tackle for the Broncos. Adam Reynolds will go right-hand side off to Hetherington? No. I'm not too sure that it was. Billy Walters, Payne Haas. And Payne Haas will be four tackle now, 3 metres out from the line. We had a really good day of rugby league today, actually. All three games are really important. Oh, that's a bad pass there for the Bronx. Oh, that was a bad pass. Jordan Rookie take down at 20. Fifth tackle. Also, really do apologise for the coughing today, guys. I just can't get past it. That's a bad kick there from Reno. And pressing against the ball to 15. Not good attack there from the Bronx, but also good defense from the Dogs, which is what we expect. Yeah, I'm just really trying to get through this cough now. That's why I didn't stream yesterday. I didn't have it earlier in the week, and now I have it. And I'm going to obviously go to Seabus tomorrow, yes. Not Seabus, Suncorp. Storm 1 win away from locking in top 4, 5 rounds to go. Must be nice. Shut up, Will Shaw, Manly fan. Shut up, man. Don't you say must be nice as if like, you know, ooh, woe is me being a Manly fan. Ooh, woe is me. Shut up, man. Have a thought for the team that's down at the bottom of the table. Yeah, it must be nice. I will say that. It must be nice. It must be nice being in the top 8 race right now. Couldn't be me. But first tackle leave with the Broncos at the 23. But the Storm are guaranteed top 4, bro. Storm are guaranteed top 4. Swiggle getting around the Dogs. Good luck, brother. Second tackle out at 30. Like I said, guys, I would prefer... Oh, to be fair, I would really prefer the Broncos to win this because then that means when the Titans beat the Broncos next week at Seabars, we end their season. So, 4 tackle down the halfway point. Nelson Alfaro is a Sharks of the Cowboys. I'm going Sharkies of the Cowboys. I know they're not the favourites though. Broncos at the 40, Ezra Man. 5th tackle. I'm tipping the Sharks of the Cowboys. But they have no Hines and they have no Will Candy. It's a scary one. Oh, good kick there from Reno and Blake Wilson to be caught down 10 metres inside his own area. No one's really a Australian fan, Vlo. 2nd tackle. Hope will Pesty Reed. How will Pesty Reed form today? Pretty pesty, mate. Yeah, pretty pesty, that's for sure. That's what he does. That's what he's known for. Let me drink because this is really getting on me hard. 4 tackle now for the Dogs at the 33. Yeah, the rookie crowd is pretty passive until the team does something. I agree with you, what you said about the PA starting a chant. Gives me the ick. The Dogs are away down the left-hand side here. Bronx Cherry. Oh, no. Cherry's made a mistake and Jesse Arthur's away now. Jesse Arthur gets the ball the halfway point. Cherry, that was so... No. Oh, Cherry, man. You had such a huge opportunity there to pile some pressure on with the Dogs, and he gives the ball straight across to the Broncos, and that's poor. First tackle. They have apparently tinkered with their attacking game, which they needed to do, so... Yeah, it makes sense. At least they're defending well. Alright, we're back. This isn't lip sync battle. Yeah, it is, mate. Yeah, it is. Sorry, guys, I don't know why I do that because I'm not even touching it now. So, 5th tackle, they'll kick this ball into the corner. And Jesse Arthur gets the ball at 10. I don't know how long that was gone for, so I apologise. Kind of insane. I'll repeat this one then. Kind of insane. Dogs have only 1 win on the road. Yeah, it absolutely is. Any bets on how long till they realise? Well, you're too late to bet on it. Too late, unfortunately. 3rd tackle now for the Broncos at the 20. Yeah, the Broncos have been really muffled in their attack today. About 20 seconds. And Billy Walters for a 40-20. That's actually a really good kick. But it didn't have the it had the angle actually, it just didn't have the distance. It was within the 30s. That would have taken a miraculous kick, and they go right hand side down to Skelton. And Skelton with some good footwork takes it down to the 33. Bulldogs Canterbury getting around it. So 2nd tackle now for the Dogs at the 40. Toby Sexton. That should have probably been a 6 again. That was outside the 40. Should have been. 3rd tackle at the 48. Reed Marnie gives it to... I don't know, that was, but Curry got slammed by Billy Walters. Billy Walters actually having a pretty good start here. Pretty good start considering I had to have a little bit of criticism for him before the game did start. Selwyn Cobbo here tries to get around, but he'll get taken out in the 9. It's looking like this could be just a really low-scoring game, this one. which could be up the Bulldogs' alley. That's exactly what the Bulldogs want. They want this to be a low-scoring one. So Reece Walsh off to Kentucky Stags, and Stags now at the 15. It'll be third tackle. 10 minutes gone here, guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. And Mariner taking down to the 23. It's actually been pretty warm on the Gold Coast, Jay. It's actually really not too bad the last couple of days. Billy gets silly close to the chalk. He's got that white line fever. Yeah, I would agree. Billy can't really do much when they're on the attack, but when they're in that kind of mid-range, he does a good job and can... Oh, that's good way. That's good work there from the Dogs. Jacob Carraz on the right-hand sideline at the 50, at the 40, at the 30. Carraz still going here. Don't kick it, mate. It's first tackle. All right, well, the Dogs are... What did I say? The Broncos haven't proven anything just yet. They beat one Knights team, and they think they're the best team in the comp. And it's proven here because the Bronx... Oh, that's going to be an obstruction, isn't there? There might be an obstruction here. Bronx and Sherry is going to score down the left-hand wing. Maybe an obstruction here. I want to have a look at this again. But they will call try, and they've been killing them. The Dogs have been killing them on the left and the right-hand side, both sides. And it's a try time now. I want to have a look at the obstruction first, but they have been absolutely killing them on the left and right-hand side. Yeah, Renault is complaining about it. I'm pretty certain this will go up and be checked out. And they've been doing this all day. This is what I'm saying. The Broncos haven't proven anything just yet. It all started from Jarrell Skelton with some good footwork again, and then he got the ball to Carraz, and I'm really glad Carraz didn't try to kick it. I'm really glad he didn't try to kick it, just went down with it. And they go to the left now. Here we go. Toby Sexton to Marnie. Marnie to Burton. No, it's right. It's fine. No, it's fine. It's a try. It's a try. So Bronson Cherry will score. It'll be 4-0 here with a kick to come. Yeah, try confirmed. Correct call. At first, you could see there was a massive just jumbling of players. And maybe the Doggies flog them here. Maybe. If the Dogs have tinkered with their attack and they keep playing like this, they could flog them. Like they could, because the Broncos have been awful at tackle-wise, and defensively they've been kind of carved up early doors. Burton here from the left wing will get the kick. Will get the kick, so it will be 6-0 here to the Dogs after 12 minutes. You've got a heated blanket with the fire, but oh yeah, but you're down there in Whoop Whoop, down there in New South Wales, so that's going to be a lot colder than here. So 28 minutes to go here the first half. Broncos have shown absolutely nothing so far. I was just crap defense. Yeah, the Broncos not good. The Broncos no good here. Bronco no good here. Scored 3 consecutive games, Sherry, as well. Yeah, the old doggy woof woof. It's a very important win for them if they can get this. It is very, very important. They need it desperately. And Samuel Hughes will take it down to 15. Trey Sharp says, hey, do I have a genuine question? I always find it funny when people say this. Like, what's stopping you from just asking the question? You know what I'm saying? What is stopping... okay, 2 years... Oh, the Bulldogs are away again. Carraz gives it out to... oh, jeez, they're killing them on these wings, man. Third tackle at 20. 2 years ago, you reacted to Harry Garside versus Manuel Matet. I'm trying to find the video of the actual fight online and rewatch it. I would have absolutely no idea, brother. Surely you'd be on YouTube somewhere. Toby Sexton back on the inside of Con Tracy. They'll be taking out the 43 with fifth tackle. Bronx look all over the shop. They look all over the shop. And Racy PC gets the ball to 5. And then we take it up to 5. Yeah, sorry, bro. I would have absolutely no idea. Unless it's on like a... Oh, Cobbo slammed the tackle there. Is that Kurt Mann in the number 13? Yeah, Kurt Mann with a huge tackle. Broncos take it down at the 20, be third tackle now. Figured you'd know because you watched it live. Bro, that was like 2 years ago, man. So yeah, I definitely wouldn't remember that. But, you know, good luck in your search for it. Forward tackle down to 25. And Payne Haas gets the ball to the 33, fifth tackle. They're not making many meters here at all, the Broncos. They need to start kind of mixing up a bit. And Reynolds will go for a 40-20. And that's a great kick for Reynolds. Oh! Oh! Oh, that's so unlucky. Oh, that is the unluckiest kick I've ever seen. That is the unluckiest kick I have ever seen. That absolutely should have been a 40-20. That is the unlucky. That should have absolutely have been a 40-20 to Reynolds, but instead it goes for a 7-tackle set here for the Dogs. With 0 tackle now at the 25. That is so unlucky. Will Shaw says, is it just me or are players starting to take the piss with play the balls? They changed the rules so that you only have to attempt to touch with the foot, but they aren't even doing that anymore. Half the play the balls aren't even square, for example. They don't roll it back straight. But yes, a lot of the players don't touch the ball. Don't touch their foot in the ball. Like there, Sam Hughes didn't touch the ball with his foot. Toby Sexton off to Con Tracy. Tracy gives it out to Skelton. These wings are getting peppered, man. 3rd tackle. Back to Jacob Kiraz. Toby Sexton. Reed Marnie off to Kurt Mann. And you have to go. Oh, no, cut back to the right. And we take it out. Let's see if he plays the ball with his foot here. Let's see if he plays the ball. They don't penalise you. You see he didn't touch the ball at all. Didn't touch the ball at all. Preston gets the offload away to Curran. Curran, that's forward. Oh, maybe not. That was actually a great pass from Curran. Skelton, 5th tackle, 5 metres out. Dogs are making way more metres than the Broncos. Off to Sexton. Sexton puts it up. That's a pretty awful kick, but it might work out. Oh! Okay, so it's going to be a dropout here from the... Dropout here from the Broncos. It's not the greatest of kicks, because if the Broncos catch that, then it's a 7-tackle set. But kick out did get up. He did kind of give Stags a bit of a shove, but that's alright. Shoulder to shoulder. So drop out here for the Bronx. So the kick works out, but it is also a very risky one. 25 to go here first half. Good crowd there at Suncorp. Expecting a decent crowd tomorrow too, and that's going out on the full. So it will be Bulldogs ball here at the 10. Not a good drop out there. But yeah, I just don't think we're sure that they care about that at all. I don't think they care about it at all. Because I haven't seen a play the ball penalised in a long time. And there is a... Yeah, I don't understand why we're looking at Cobbo's ass either, Flurry. That's a great question. I don't understand why the camera was zoomed in on Cobbo's ass. Alright, so the Dogs now. They'll be taking down 5 metres out from the line. First tackle. Reed Marnie gives off to Mann. Mann gives off to Sexton. Sexton will be taking down 5 metres out. Go Tobes. Second tackle. Third tackle. Reed Marnie off to Kurt Mann. Kurt Mann, Curran, wrong play. They had the numbers. Third tackle here. 8 metres out from the line. Reed Marnie. He'll give it out back to Sexy. Sexton kicks it through. And that's going to be an easy try with Con Tracy, baby. Ooh! Oh, well, Broncos. I thought you guys would win the premiership after you beat the Knights last week. I believed a lot more in you than you've been doing. Well, it's 10-0. It's been all Dogs so far in this game. It has been all Dogs so far in this game. Try thumping Bombarbish. Uh-oh. 10-0, 17 minutes in. Uh-oh. Dogs have been all over him, man. And that's a nice kick there from Toby Sexton. The defence, and people say as a man should be 5-8 for Queensland. You wish. You wish. Good kick by Toby. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, just capitalising on every opportunity. Broncos defence on the left-hand side. Broncos defence on the right-hand side. All over the shop. Sergeant Kelly says time to put the barley tickets, Bronx. Especially after we beat them next week. Oh yeah. So, effectively, next week the Titans can nearly officially end their season. Well, this game's not over yet, but if we beat them at Seabars, that would end their season. We did it to the Cows last year, but I don't really care about ending their season. And Burton will get the kick. So it will be 12-0 to the Doggies, 18 minutes in. 12-0. I know Emilio's up here at the moment. Apparently it's his first away game outside of Sydney. Apparently this is Emilio's first away Dogs game outside of Sydney. We are not finishing our season. What? I'm talking about finishing the Broncos season next week. What are you talking about? We play the Broncos at Seabus next week. Are you listening? You listening to what I'm saying? Since when did I ever say that we're not finishing our season? Alright, so doggies, we'll get the ball through Blake Wilson. And Sam Hughes gets the ball to the 5. All the dogs need to do here is just complete that set. Yeah, we're going to win. Thank you, Flurry. I've been speaking about the fact that we're going to beat them for the last 5 minutes, Flurry. Yeah. You hear what I'm saying, Flurry? You thought I said that we're going to lose the Broncos or something? Because I've been literally saying that we're going to beat the Broncos and end their season for the last 5 minutes. Come on, Tracy the Skeleton. They're away again. Oh, he should have backed himself there, Skeleton. And it's going to be a penalty to the doggies. A player taking off the ball, so it's going to be a penalty to the Dogs. I don't know if he'll still be here, Jay, but good luck with that link. Bloody hell, fire up. Yeah, fire up, you know? Fire up. Fatima says, with Adam Reynolds, our team will win the premiership. Ah, man. Oh, man. I was confident they'd win today, but obviously I'm wrong. Obviously, I'm wrong. The Broncos are just all over the shop. Could they come back? It's only 12-0, but they haven't shown any signs of, you know... Is that my stream of it? So, Kurt Mann and Sexton. Sexton here to Preston, and Preston will be taken down 35 metres out from the line. Reed Marnie off to Sexton. Sexton here, short ball, and it'll be Sam Hughes, 4 tackle at 25. 20 minutes gone, you guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe. Reed Barney to Kurt Mann. Mann now at the 20. Oh, no, he gets the ball away. 4 tackle. Still going now. 5th tackle, 15 out. Wonder what the Dogs would be if they started the season with Sexy. It's a good question. And Burton. Oh, that's an obstruction for sure. That's 1,000,000%, 100% obstruction. BKRmy kick out. What are you doing? Either way, it was a 7 tackle set. But, like, what on earth is BKRmy kick out doing there? So the Broncos, yeah, they definitely did dodge the ball. But that's a great kick there from Reno. And they get the ball to the 45. Way more sexy. Yeah, look, I think that people do overrate Toby a little bit. But I do think that Toby has been a really good addition to this Dog side. Alright, so Adam Reynolds now gives it out to Corey Jensen. And Jensen out at the halfway point. People just really underestimated the fact that... the Broncos lost so many players. It'll be Farmworth, Kurt Catewell, Tom Flegler, the likes, right? Oh, and the Broncos will be taking out the 40. Including me, but I think I just kind of had a bit of... I just need to go via my own feelings next year in regards to the predictions, because I do it as a little bit of a laugh, but also I think it's probably possible, but I didn't think the Bronx would finish as high as I put them, but I put them there just because I thought that, you know, they'd continue on from last year a little bit, but it just didn't happen. Right hand side, Adam Reynolds will put the ball up. Ezra Mann chasing it through, and good work by Connor Tracy, who's away at the 10, 15. And he'll get the ball away. Oh, they're away. Blake Wilson. Oh, Sherry, give the ball to Wilson, bro. You're away. How's the website logo coming along? Well, the logo's actually ready. I haven't changed it yet. The website, we're just in the process right now of organising merchandise and stuff. So, because on the website you'll be able to get merch and stuff. So, there's just a few things being tinkered with at the moment. It's been hard because I've been really, really sick this week, as you can hear by the cough and whatnot. I'm on day 17 to 75 hard and on carnivore diet and whatnot. Well, keto, kind of keto carnivore. So yeah, it's been full on, man. But the logo is actually ready to go. It's a lot more simple. The logo, not so like word art. Oh, left hand side, Blake Wilson. Great tackle by Stags. That is a fantastic tackle by Stags there. And takes him over the sideline, and they'll get the ball here at the 40. They needed that one badly. Hutcher was awful at the start of the year. Yeah, he wasn't great, mate. He wasn't great at all. Logan Ballsack says, I just hopped on. Besides the score, how are both teams going? Which players are playing shit and good? Dogs have been the dominant team by a long way. Broncos have been all over the shop. The only one who's been looking good for the Broncos would be Reno a little bit. Not really, actually. I'd say more so Billy Walters, but... left and right hand side defense of the Broncos have been just dreadful. Oh, did Billy Walters knock that on? No, he caught. Lucky, very lucky. For the Dogs, Skelton's having a great game. Cherry's having a mixed game, but more good than bad. Toby Sexton's having a great game. And Kurt Mann's getting stuck into him as well, which is good to see. So third tackle, and they'll get up to Corey Jensen. Broncos have just nothing in attack, man. Nothing in attack. All right, so Billy Walters on the Carrigan. Carrigan at the back here to Man into Reece Walsh, and he knocks it on. They've been all over the shop, bro. Like, they're just dead set all over the shop, and Reece is grabbing at his oh, he might just be winded here. It might just be winded here. Not a Broncos fan. Feel bad for them, but still early in. Do you think they'll make top 8? If they lose this game, John Davis? No, they won't. They will not make top 8 if they lose this game. Oh, that's such a good hit there from Preston. If they win this game, John, I still don't think the Broncos make the 8. But if they lose this game, they're done. I don't think they beat us next week. I genuinely don't. We already beat them at Suncorp this year, and that was with 10 of our players out. Now we've got pretty much all of our players back, and Jimmy might have been back, so we will only have Tino out, realistically. So, I'm pretty confident that we beat them at Seabus next week. Second tackle now for the Bulldogs at their own 30. And Curran gets his ball here to the 40. Third tackle. Get that up, you mascara cat. And it will be Reed Marnie taking over the halfway point. He's lost that ball there. And the refs haven't picked it up, but he definitely lost it. Haywood comes on here for Kurt Mann. I will say, though, the Dogs, they've dominated this entire first half so far in the 25 minutes, but it's only 12-0. So, it is nerve-wracking because the Broncos can come home like a train, especially at Suncorp. And the ball bounces. Dogs knock it back. Kick out, throws it across to Reed Marnie. Reed Marnie kicks that across. Oh, wow. Broncos. I don't know. That's really impressive from the Dogs, but also Broncos, wow. He went up for the catch rather than to go for the tackle, and the Dogs have scored 16-0 with the kick to come. I don't know whether to say bad Broncos or good Bulldogs. I'd probably lean more towards good Bulldogs, but also Broncos won. What on earth are you doing on that right-hand side not going to catch that ball? Secondly, who's going up for the intercept there? I guess it is a game changer. Broncos have to go for the catch there. The Broncos have to go for the catch. That's awful from Jesse Arthurs. Then the Bulldogs just throw it around and they end up scoring. Like, this Broncos is playing for their lives right now. Like, I don't understand what they're doing. Why on earth is Jesse Arthurs not going for that catch? Yeah, you got to feel awful for the Broncos, especially with the 75% home games. Poor bastards. Yeah, poor bastards, man. Yeah, really, really tough. Dean Mariner, I don't agree going for the intercept there. But, each to their own. Jarrell Skelton will score the try. He's deserved the try. He's been good so far. A mixture of really, really good Bulldogs, play there off a broken play. The ball just bounced their way. Then they got the ball out and that was a really nice try. But also Broncos need to do way better in regards to Jesse Arthurs catch the ball. Or at least go for the ball, bro. Jesse Arthurs had the stumps to kick out. Kick out's been hit or miss today. Hasn't been fantastic. What a try. Yeah, decent try there, man. Decent try. Well, Broncos season is crumbling around them right now. Broncos season is crumbling around them. I need 13 minutes to run quickly because I need to go to the bathroom badly. So Matt Burton here from the wing. The score's deserved too. It's not like the score isn't deserved. Actually, I'm going to run to the bathroom right after this as well. Once he goes to this kick, and he will miss a kick. So we'll say 16-0 with 13 minutes to go. Give me 1 second here, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Alright, we're back. Don't get you at the 20. Jay, tell us about the weather machines, mate. It's not half time yet. The conspiracies have not come out just yet. Oh, that's forward from Toby Sexton, but no, third tackle at 25. At the 25, Curran now gets to the 30, full tackle. Mr. Sunday held strong, kept my tip on the doggies. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I tipped the Broncos, so I had a lot more confidence in them. But I also did say before the stream started that Broncos haven't proven shit yet. You know, they won one game last week against the Knights team that's not that great, and everyone's, you know, circle jerking them. And I was a bit confused, but I thought the Suncorp, they need to win. Maybe I just had a little bit of, good run from Jesse Arthur. They to make up for that lucky catch before. Maybe I was just a little bit biased in my thought process of I want the Broncos to win so that we can end their season next week, but I guess we definitely end their season next week if we beat them. Shuey says, Broncos winger, I don't know his name, looked like he didn't even care to try and stop that last pass. No, so you're thinking Selwyn Cobbo, who was at the back, and he couldn't do anything about that, bro. You couldn't blame Selwyn. That was Dean Marriner's fault for jumping out at him. Oh, that was bad from Reno, but Broncos hit the ball at the halfway point. I don't blame Cobbo for that. Cobbo was left, 2-on-1, and it wasn't his fault. It wasn't his fault. I know what you're trying to say, though. So Adam Reynolds now puts that ball up, and Staggs chases through. He's going to have to smash him, and he smashes Contre. He's hit the 5. He's lost the ball too. Well done, Staggs. Need that. You need to score now. You need to score now to change this game, because that's a fantastic tackle there from Tony Staggs. Yeah, Jay, Titans got Broncos next week at Seabus on Saturday. Mr. Entertain House is actually coming up. He's coming into... So Entertain House wants to... get around a good vibe and a good atmosphere because he's coming to the front line. He's literally flying up for this game. Entertain House, Parramatta fan, is literally flying up for this game. And he's going to sit in the front line with us. I know. So 11 minutes to go to the first half. But at least we'll be able to show him a good atmosphere, because I can tell you right now, there's nothing like the Eels do not have anything like the front line does. Alright, so the Broncos have right inside. Reece Walsh step from the inside of Burton. Bad defense. Burton, Reece Walsh! Try time for the Broncos. Game back on. Burton. What was Burton doing there defensively? And you don't want to give the Broncos a sniff at Suncorp. Oh, look at these clowns. But it's just bullshit, man. But good try. So 16-4 here to the Dogs with the Broncos. We're going to kick the cum. Terrible defense from Matt Burton. Look at this. He just rushes out of him, and then Walsh gets around, and William kick out also misses the tackle. Obviously, Reece Walsh is a bit faster than him, and yeah, very, very disappointing there from the Dogs' defense, which is the second best defense in the league. Very disappointing. That was an easy try. That was a really, really easy try. Hillbilly says, wow. I don't recognise your name around here, Hillbilly. But you remember. Am I crazy? Have you changed your name? Shuey says, hate Walsh, but he's just too good on attack. Hard to hate watching him play. Yeah, he's a bit of a melon when it comes to like the way he acts, but like he's a good player, for sure. Attacking-wise, defensively, a lot to be desired, but attacking-wise, very, very fun play to watch. But that's really, really disappointing because the Dogs' defense is a lot better than what we've just seen. That's for sure. And misses it. Oh, he's missed it, Reno. Jeez, that's a surprise. So it stays at 12. Vossi just said the best in the business. You wish Adam Reynolds the best in the business in regards to the kicking. That is Tanner Boyd, mate. Dearie me, Vossi. Get with the times. Shit. Vossi, get with the times. Tanner Boyd does not miss. He does not miss. Dearie me. Yeah, hate the player, not the bloke. Well, I don't know him as a bloke, no. I don't know him as a bloke. He does have me blocked on Instagram though, Reece Welsh, so... but I think that's because he's the social media manager of the Broncos, who doesn't have a great reputation, asked him to block me. But I've been told this anyway. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. But I do know the Broncos' social media or media dude or whatever does not have a fantastic reputation from what I hear in regards to allowing players to interact with people. Oh, well done, dogs. Oh, they're going to pull off Ezra Man. This is actually... Oh, Ezra Man might be away. Oh, that's really good work there by the Dogs defensively, but really good work by the Broncos to risk it to get out. And they luckily get out. Third tackle at the 10. How to hold it with Paradas. The Dogs win. Where does it put the Warriors? Well, you only go one spot. You only go 12. You're only in 12. Reece Walsh goes for 40-20 here. That's a great kick. It's got the... That's a 40-20. This game's changed, bro. I told you don't want to give the Broncos a sniff. You don't want to give the Broncos a sniff at Suncorp, but Reece Walsh with a 40-20, that's huge. That is... Just think about that for a second. The Broncos were about to get taken back in goal, and Reece Walsh just kicked a 25-20. He's basically kicked 20-20. It's Will Shaw. Got sick of hearing my full name. Felt like I was in trouble at school. Oh, you don't want to tell me that. Settle down, Will Shaw. Will Shaw. First tackle. To the office now, Will Shaw. Second tackle. Second tackle now at the 5. Billy Walters goes to Adam Reynolds. Reynolds here to Reece Walsh. Reece Walsh on the back here. Dean Mariner. Oh, 10 under 5. Third tackle now. That's a 6 again. Yeah, penalty. 100%. I don't think it's a bin, but it's definitely a penalty against Toby Sexton. Yeah, went from almost a dropout to defending your line. I know, it's crazy. William Shaw to the principal's office immediately. William Shaw. All right, go yourself, Billy Nath says. So first tackle now at the 7 here for the Bronx. Billy Walters gives it off here to Reno. Reno gives it off to Ezra Man. Ezra Man over the top. Knock on there from Blake Wilson, but save the try. Knock on from Wilson, but save the try. Jesse Arthurs. Crazy how the games can change like that. Had the Broncos try happen. Really poor Bulldogs defense. The Broncos had a scrum 10 metres out, and Matt Burtonrush had a line really stupid. Reece Walsh stepped on the inside and then stepped out of BKRmy kick out and scored. It was really easy. Really un-Bulldogs-like. But then the Bulldogs nearly got the Broncos back in their own in-goal on the first tackle. Reynolds here. Reece Walsh! Oh, taking that 5 metres out. Nearly got back on the in-goal. Then Reece Walsh ended up kicking like a 20-20. So the Broncos now are attacking your line again. The game just changed like that, man. Third tackle now. Broncos run back to Billy Walters. Here he goes himself. Left hand side. And still going. Taking them 3 metres out. Fourth tackle. Reece Walsh. Off to Paddy Carrigan. Back to Payne Haas. This is an awful tackle here. Payne Haas still going. Gets away from 1. Gets away from 2. Gets away from 3. He kicks it through for himself. Oh, but it will be Blake Wilson who gets back for it. That was weird from Payne Haas. I don't know. Like, interesting, but okay. Okay, well, you can just tell this game has just adjusted, though. Like, the vibe is just monumental about the Bronx. You just can't give away a penalty here, Bronx, but you've got to defend hard as well. Third tackle here. Payne Haas kicking that ball through for himself is hilarious. Well, now it's fourth tackle for the Bulldogs, and they're still in their own 20. Like, it wasn't a bad kick from Haas, just a little bit too heavy. And now the Bulldogs pass it out left. Kick out, pass the ball quickly to Sherry. Oh, no, he wasn't on his feet. He wasn't on his feet, referee. Oh, no, Bronson Sherry. Oh, it might work out. Well, I'm sorry, but that should have been a bad play the ball from the Dogs. How is... This doesn't make any sense, referee. Like, that should have been a knock-on or a bad play the ball. Sorry, not knock-on, but a bad play the ball from BKRmy kick-out. It's just as simple as that. Payne Haas kicked this once in a lifetime. Yeah, well, Reece Walsh only kicked... That was his second ever 40-20 as well, and he kicked it from the 25. So, a couple of new things here today. Billy Walters off to Willison. Is it Willison? 16, I think it is. Yeah, Xavier Willison, I was right. Alright, so the Broncos, they dink it over the top, and it will be Connor Tracy, take him down by Dean Mariner. 4.5 minutes to go. The Bulldogs are holding on this half, they're just holding to save their lives at the moment. Yeah, I agree with Vossi. There's nothing predictable about today's game. Third tackle here for the Dogs, and they're 12 metres out from their own line. The Bulldogs are just going to be really safe here. Really, really safe and not make any mistakes, not give away any penalties, but just complete their sets and defend for their lives in the next 4 minutes of this game. And Kurtman taken down. No, that's not Kurtman. I didn't get to see who that was. But Matt Burton with a deep kick, but Reece Walsh is back there ready for it. He's at the 15. The 25 looking for a hole in the defense. Cuts at the 30, and he'll get taken down at the... Get taken out at the 30. First tackle. They're booing. Not as bad as Manly's booing, though. Will Shaw. Huh? Hillbilly? You wish him, man. Dean Mariner gets his ball to the 45. I like watching him play, but I love watching him get smashed more. Yeah, I agree. 4th tackle now at the 45. Paddy Carrigan. He'll get back in Reno. But good defense there from... Oh, that's a penalty. That's 6 again, referee. Referee! I'm sorry, but he's given a few calls. Oh! Kicks over the top. It doesn't go for Walsh. I'm sorry, but the referee's given a few calls here. Oh, and then he's going to penalise the Broncos. That's fair. But I want to say, referee, that was absolutely a 6 again to the Broncos there. There's absolutely a 6 again to the Broncos, and now it's obviously giving me a penalty against Walsh because he's an idiot. But it was absolutely a 6 again there against the Bulldogs. I don't know what Reece Walsh is doing there. Like that's silly. That's just silly. So it will be a penalty here to the Dogs. So the Dogs will get this ball here at the 45 on the Broncos side of the field. Haven't been here for a while. Have not been here for a while. Don't forget, guys, we've also got the Cowboys versus the Sharks and also Roosters Manly later on tonight. Cowboys Sharks and Roosters Manly. And now, Curtis Moran is the one I was thinking about. It wasn't Kurt Mann, it was Curtis Moran. Reynolds needs a glass of milk. Yeah, Reynolds not been fantastic today. Not been fantastic today. Right now, you'd have to say the best Broncos player is probably Reece Walsh, and he's only just kind of woken up in the last 10 minutes or so. Toby at the back into Burton. Burton, oh, what was that defense from Dean Mariner? Oh, this try is 100,000,000%. Oh, Dean Mariner saved that. Skelton, what? 4th tackle now, 2 minutes out. Skelton should have scored there, 100%. Oh, they're going to go over the sideline. Oh, no, that was awful from the Dogs at the end there. They could have won the game on that set. Instead, they just completely threw away that opportunity. I believe that's also offside there against Burton. I think this referee is in the Dogs' corner. I'm not going to lie. He's had a few missed calls in the last couple of moments in favour of the Dogs. Paddy Carrigan will get this ball to the 15. 4th tackle, minute to go. Yeah, this has been an exciting last 10 minutes though. Reno off to Ezra Mann. Kicks it through. There's actually a chance for Jesse Arthurs. Oh, they're away! Stags! 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 Oh, it's a try to the Broncos! What a try! That is rugby league, folks! Wow! 34 seconds to go in the first half. That's insane. What a game we've got here, guys. Rugby league at its finest. Stags has just gone and absolutely annihilated down that right-hand side. That was a brilliant kick through. Bounces up perfectly. I didn't know if Jesse Arthurs or Tony Staggs was going to get it. Here we go, Billy Walters. It was, again, the Bulldogs had him covered in the 20, and then Reno gives it off to Ezra Mann. He does a quick little dink through. And I thought Jesse Arthurs would get it. Instead, Staggs gets it. And then he fakes the kick of Tracy, shoves off Tracy. He's got Bronson Cherry there, shoves off Bronson Cherry, and bang, Tony Staggs scores, closing up to the post. That is a massive try there. And this game is well and truly on, right on half time. Wow, that was huge. Broncos 95, so we're making the finals. I don't think so, bro, but that's a good try. There's no way you've watched this game so far, Broncos 1995, and think that this is an impressive performance so far. Like, you definitely take this right now. You definitely take this for sure, but I can tell you a lot of teams be confident playing you at the moment. So, 16-8 here to the Dogs with a kick to come for the Broncos to make it 16-10. I tell you what has been super interesting about this game is that the Dogs have been really, really good defensively to keep the Broncos inside their own 20. But yet the Broncos are actually making some really good breaks away from that. Like Reece Walsh with that 25-20. That little kick there from Ezra Mam through to Stags. And there we go. 10-16 here. The Broncos down by 6. But it is half time. What a game we've got here, guys. Really exciting game. You just don't know what's happening. You just don't know what's going to happen here. This has been incredible. It really has been. The Dogs dominated for 25 minutes this game. The Broncos dominated that last 15. And that was just a really incredible try to watch. So hit that thumbs up button, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. This is basically finals football from here on out. You can tell. You feel it. Yeah, and stuff, not a normal Dogs game. You're right, Hillbilly. You are very, very right, actually. Because the Dogs, they've been and attacking as well. The Broncos' defence has been pretty poor for the most part as well. But you've clearly seen that the Dogs' defence has been really solid for the most part, besides that first try that Matt Burton pretty much gave away. The Dogs' defence has been pretty solid with pretty average attack, but they're just finding the ways from long distance, which is obviously a Broncos specialty. And the Broncos' attack has not been good at all, actually, but they've just been finding a way from the broken down play at the back or when Matt Burton shot over the line. So, really interesting game. Really interesting game. I don't know what to say here. Well, I do know what to say, and it's been interesting. Some week 1-on-1s from the Dogs then. Oh, you can't really blame you can blame more of Connor Tracy than Bronson Cherry. Bronson Cherry, in his Sharkies days, would have caught him there, I would say. But Stags does love a good Suncorp length-to-length try. I wouldn't be blaming too much of Bronson Cherry, but I would put a little bit of blame on Con Tracy. He thought he was going to kick. Well, it was good work from Stags. He faked the kick over the top and then just didn't do it and shoved him off. I'm not too unimpressed there for the most part. Not too unimpressed for the most part. Fix up our edges and it's our game to win. Yeah, but in the same sense, bro, you were $1.35 favourites to win this, and there's a lot to work on. There is a lot to work on with your team. That's absolutely for sure. But that was a great try, but you've also only just turned up. Like, it was 16-0 to the Dogs, man, and the Broncos were looking dreadful. I did tip you guys in this game. I've been super disappointed for the most part so far. But there is a chance you could still win by a big margin. And Olivia sums it up well as a Broncos fan. I don't know what to think about that half. Absolutely. The first 25 minutes you were awful. The last 15 minutes you were fantastic. Don't think Renault's having his best game. I won't lie to you. Don't think Renault is having his best game. But I do think Reece Walsh having a good game for the most part. Didn't like his knock on early, but the wing defence has been dreadful from the Broncos. Dreadful. Just awful. But overall, the Dogs have been the better team for the most part of that first half. But on your mind, this is why I always say you score a try in the last 5 minutes of the first half, let alone the last minute, let alone on the siren to bring yourself back into the game. Usually you back that team to win. So I will say to you Dogs fans, this is going to be squeaky bum time for you, because usually the team that scores within the last 5 minutes of the first half goes on to win the game. Usually. Not saying always. Not saying the Dogs have lost this game. But I know what the momentum is like at Suncorp. Just remember, they're our biggest rivals. Right? So I know all about Suncorp. I know how much, how hot it can get and fire it can get. I'm also a Queensland fan, yeah? This is going to be a difficult slog for the Dogs to win. Now, could they win? For sure. But it would be very impressive if they win this game from here. It would be very, very impressive. Logan Ballsack says it would be crazy to think that a team could potentially go from runners-up to bottom 4. No. The Titans in 2010, we got into the semi-finals, or preliminary finals, sorry. And then we came last next year. The Eels have done that. The Roosters have done that. Wasn't it 2017 they came second last or last? Was it 2017 or 2016? 2017 NRL ladder. Was it the Roosters? No, am I right? No, when was it? 2016 maybe? I can't remember. There was a year the Roosters really struggled. Yeah, 15th. Yeah. 15th, and then the next year they, I think, ended up getting the prelim or something like that. It can happen, bro. It happens quite a bit. Let's just say I'm actually nervous about next week. Yeah, you are, Olivia. Yeah, you are. Because we beat you guys 36-34. We had 10 players out. We'll only have one player out next week. That's Tino. But with that being said, that doesn't mean guarantee we win. I'm confident with how our team is starting to shape up. I don't think that Manly game last week was a resemblance of who we are. What I say is that was the Tigers game on steroids, where our issue is that we get line breaks. We slaughtered Manly with line breaks in the opening part of that game, but we got too much white line fever. We got too much try happy. Everyone wanted to score a try. And then when you don't score those tries on those line breaks, and you do like a BK, or you get that short dropout, that's when a team can roll you. And that's what Manly did. Right? So that's why I say that at the end of the day, if we had played our normal game through those line breaks, I genuinely believe, and I'll tell you this, Hillbilly, I genuinely believe we would have beaten you by quite a big margin. But because we're still young-minded, and because we're still learning under Desi and trying to adjust, we're having the line breaks, we're doing well, but we just can't convert that into tries at the moment. And then when we don't convert that into tries, and then the other team goes and scores a try immediately, we lose all sense of anything, right? We can't compose ourselves. So that's our issue right now. That's our biggest issue. But I'm pretty confident. I'm confident in tomorrow as well. I am. I'm confident tomorrow as well. Karaz for the 3 points at half time. Karaz 3 points at half time. Did he make a line break? And also got a try assist. There's no way Karaz only has 3 points on Supercoach or Fantasy at half time. So Blaze, your theory comes into play. Well, my theory, have I been wrong with this theory, by the way? I say this at Titans games all the time. When the opposite team scores against us, I say we lost this game. It happened with the Broncos against the Titans last year at Seabass, I remember it. Happens all the time with the Titans, actually. Whoever scores right on half time goes on to win the game, usually. That's where I probably get it from, because it's Titans, and that's either win or lose for us. I'm saying the Broncos could go from runners up to bottom 4. Yes, like a Bull Sacks, but I'm agreeing with you. I'm saying that other teams have done that in the past. Other teams have done that in the past. So yes, I agree with you, is what I'm saying. If they scored in the last 3 minutes, we were done. Oh, if they had scored that try in the right wing, yeah, you were over. Yeah. Well, it's the same thing. It's the same emphasis, because you wouldn't have scored, and the Bulldogs scored in the last 5 minutes. I reckon they go on to win the game. You give emotional support, Flurry, do you? I have heard some abuse coming from you at the back. Not towards me or Sam or anyone like that, but I've heard you having a crack. I definitely don't think that I would be relying upon you for emotional support at Seabass. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one, Flurry. I would love to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to message Sam here. I'll get him in to see what his thoughts about that comment is. Yeah, hold on. Hey, Sam, we're currently live streaming right now. Can you please come to the chat? Oh, he is here. Oh, I don't need to send him this. Sam, do you agree that Flurry provides us emotional support at Seabus during the game? Do you... Emotional support, Flurry. You wish. You wish. We have to provide you emotional support. Illbilly says, the stats are crazy close for a 38-8 game. Thought you guys burned a lot of energy in the first 30. Need to be a lot further in front. Exactly. That's the point that I'm making. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, Rob's not. You don't know about that one, Flurry. Don't know about that one. Well, it is what it is. I just realised as well. So I'm actually... Flurry, that day, because I didn't have a bag, the Cubs shirt you gave me, I gave it to Hayley to put in her bag, and then I was going to pick it up after, and then completely forgot about it, and it's been at Hayley and Antonio's place for a while. I'll be there tomorrow, so I actually get to have my Cubbies shirt tomorrow. Yeah. Yes. I'm looking forward to that. Love my Cubbies. Actually, did we win today? That's a good question. I've been so sick and so tired and so busy that I haven't even been looking at the Cubbies recently. Cubs, we didn't play today. We did not play today. No, we did not lose 6-0 today. I'm the naughty corner next week. Olivia, I suggest you sit next to the front line or behind the front line, but not in the front line. Well, you can't sit in the front line. Don't ever take a mate's pick stick with yours. What? Shout out to Chihuahua boy. He'll probably on stream tomorrow because we're going to do the Titans versus Dragons women's game. Obviously can't do the 3 men's games because I'll be at Suncorp, but I'll be at least doing the Titans versus Dragons women's game, and I would assume that he'll probably jump involved. No, I'm not that game. Stay in my corner. No, Olivia, it's all good. I can organise you a seat just behind the front line. But just know that I know you won't get offended by the way that I go at you, because you know me, right? You know me. So it's easy, because then I know that you're not going to, want to punch on. So that's why I like it when people I know sit around me and they're opposite fans of the opposite team, because they're the easy targets. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what Rain means by don't ever take a mate's pick stick with yours. Does anyone understand that Espanol? Are we understanding that algebra? My dad and Shazza are coming too. Shazza, that's a Broncos never one. Shazza, the old Brisbane Broncos fan. Shazza, get around here, Shaz. Guys really suck some days. No, not me. No, not me. No way. Alright, still have time here, guys. Hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. Tell you what, this fitness program that I'm on gives you so much more energy. I might die by game 3 today, but it does give you a lot more energy, that's for sure. A lot more energy. But even after all 3 of these games, I've still got to do my second workout of the day and also read my 10 pages. Gee whiz. I might die. And they're going to do it all again tomorrow, and I've got a whole day. I've got to Brisbane and Australia and church and everything. Oh, man. I should have waited to do this fitness thing after the season finished, but doesn't matter. We're firing it up. We fire it up. Fire it up. And when the Titans win the comp from here, that'll be the craziest time of my life. Because I'm ending this fitness actually on the grand final. So 75 days would be like the second week of the finals. So the second week of the finals is when my 75 hard would finish. But I'm going through until the grand final. I'll just eat some more marshmallows. I've never been a massive fan of marshmallows. And if I do eat marshmallows, I'm not actually a big fan of putting them in the fire. This is maybe a controversial take here. What do you guys prefer? Like in the chat, do you guys prefer marshmallows like when you put it into the fire with a stick? Or do you just prefer marshmallows by itself? I know my daughter, she loves marshmallows, man. She's a big, she loves marshmallows. Jason, I worked it out. He took his mate's pick for the game. He wishes he had kept his own pick. I'm guessing him and his mate picked the chokers. Ah! Wow, now we're talking. Yeah, now I get it. Well, honestly, bro, if you've gone Broncos with the minus, I wouldn't say it's completely done yet. I would not say it's completely done yet. S'mores are the way to go, Hillbilly says. Is s'mores the one that you put in the fire with the stick? Is that the one? Lager Baltic says 10 pages of 50 Shades of Grey. Hey, listen, it's meant to be a self-help kind. Like the book you have to read is either like the Bible, which is what I'm reading, or you can use like a self-help or like a bettering of the life, right? Something like that's intellectual. It's not like a novel or something like that. So 50 Shades of Grey teaches you a few things. We could use it. Teaches you a few things, that's for sure. It's not a novel. It's a documentary. It's a documentary about how to live your life better. How to be more Kama Sutra is what we'd say here. Kama Sutra. But Bulldogs are out in the field. Broncos are about to come out. Possession-wise, 54% of the Dogs, 46% of the Bronx. 16-18 completions to the Bronx, 14 from 19 for the Dogs. 4 line breaks to 1, Dogs' favour. 22 missed tackles to the Dogs, 13 of the Bronx. That's not usually the stat you see with the Dogs. And the Dogs have made about 60-70 more metres. Flurry says, I'm addicted at the moment. Burned to death on the outside. Had s'mores in Chicago. Well, like, I wouldn't mind it in, like, the cold. When you're in the cold, but, like, really cold. The Chicago? Yeah, s'mores are the shit. And hot chocolate. Oh, I've been hot chocolate. Now we're talking. You know what? So I was watching a show the other day, and they made, like, waffles and, like, chocolate sauce over it. I've never been a huge waffle man, but ever since, this is about 5 days ago, I can't get my mind off waffles, chocolate sauce, and ice cream. I can't get my mind off it, but I have to wait. I have to wait for a dead set, another like Jeez, I just spat everywhere. Like 57 days or whatever I've got to go. I've still got like 57 days to go. Small toasted marshmallow on a biscuit with melted chocolate. That sounds pretty good. But I'm thinking about waffles. I'm thinking about chocolate sauce. I'm thinking about ice cream. And that's what I'm thinking about. 4 tackle now. At the 45 of the Broncos, Billy Walters goes right to Paddy Carrigan. And Carrigan now gets the ball to the 45. 5th tackle. Sam Jenkinson, at 15 months, says hopefully it's a day full of Broncos losses. Well, it's like, I give you this. Firstly, thank you for being a member for 15 months. Surprised that I've been able to, I've been surviving to put up with you for 15 months. But we're here. You know, we're here, and that's what we're going to be grateful for. But a day full of Broncos losses. Yes, in regards to the women's, Scotty Prince, don't think he's too chirpy now. But in regards to the men's, it's kind of a catch-22 because if the Bulldogs win here, then yes, we do officially end the Broncos season next week. But if we beat them next week and they win this game, we pretty much end their season. So I actually would nearly prefer the Broncos to win so that we can be the ones who are guaranteed to have spoken about when it comes to the Broncos losing in this season. Oh no, Curtis Marin. No, he's alright. I thought there was something wrong there, but he's alright. To be sectioned up to Preston. And Preston is away here. Awful defense from Mariner. Awful defense from Mariner. Preston. Oh, Reece Walsh has got shoved. Oh, Reece Walsh, you muppet defensively. Jacob Kiraz gives off to Sexton. Sexton gives it off to Burton. Burton out the back to Tracy. Tracy. Filiani Kagau. Oh, it's 6 again. Try time for the doggies. Woof, woof. And Dean Mariner. Awful defensively. Reece Walsh. Rissy Peasy, mate. What happened? Rissy Peasy. Hey. Rissy Peasy. What happened there? William Kikau slap Rissy Peasy. Oh, no. Oh, Rissy Peasy. What happened? Dean Mariner, though. Like, dreadful defensively here. Oh, Dean Mariner missing that tackle on Preston was poor. And then Rissy Peasy slapped. He got slapped. So good try there for the doggies. Burton off to Tracy. Tracy should have been tackled there too, but he got the offload away. Brilliant offload to kick out. It was 6 again anyway, and they scored. Logan Ball says waffles with that drizzling Nutella hot sauce. Oh, gee whiz. Gee whiz, now we're talking. I like pancakes, but right now I'm just craving waffles, man. Actually, I'm going to film this so I can put this on the BKRtravel. By the way, guys, the first part of my fitness series, which was like the first week and a half or so, that finished up last week. It goes out on Monday. So pin comment in the chat on BKRtravel. That's when that first video series will be. So if you want a bit of motivation and want to see how I'm doing my fitness journey, it'll always be a week behind. But with that being said, it is every week. And Burton will get the kick over the black dot, baby. So it's 22-10 with 37 minutes to go here of the game. Actually, I'll just tell myself to come back and record, stream it, because there will be mixtures with like stream and stuff like that too. 30, go with like start of second half. There you go. Dad's been down his local KFC with his 6-pack and Zinger box watching the dogs dominate. Yeah, Daz, he must be. He'll be having a good time, that's for sure. Sports Zone's Broncos 1995, still the finals team though, right? Broncos 1995 only commented when they were back to 10-16. They were not here when it was 16-0. That was why I kind of bit back at it, because I'm like, I'm okay listening to it. I love seeing people passionate about their team, regardless. But when you're not willing to be here when the times are shit, but yet you're willing to come, and that's why we slammed Moas Bass, because he was an idiot. But, you know, I am very passionate about seeing people be passionate about their team, whoever you support. Broncos, Bulldogs. Oh, they've lost the ball. Oh, it goes backwards, though. Dogs, right-hand side, off to Kiraz. And Kiraz at the 35, 4th tackle. But it's when you can't handle the licks and you can't be here when the times are shit, but yet have the audacity to come out and just slam people. It's like, that's why Eels fans, I don't even bother with them anymore. I don't even listen to their nonsense. Because, like, look at the crowd last night. What, you have like 4 people there? You had 4 people there. For the last couple of years, you've had the audacity to throw shade at other teams like the Tigers, the Titans, all these teams, right? The Bulldogs included. You know, the Eels have the audacity to come and slam down their fans have the audacity to talk shit to other teams, and then yet you're not there now. Where are you? Where are your fans? Where's your passion? Where's your loyalty? Where's your support? That's why I put that on Instagram last night. That's why I put that there. I mean, super sick, and I still wanted to put an emphasis on that. You can talk shit to me, but as long as you are there when your team is in the doghouse. So Ryan side off to Carrigan. Carrigan steps around. Oh, good tackle. Very good tackle there by Toby Sexton. Fit tackle and Renault. Whoa, kick that ball. Not an easy kick there for Tracy. Oh, no, it was an easy kick for Tracy in the end. Kevin says Broncos coming back. Well, they were until they just conceded a try right at the start of the second half. THC isn't one of them. THC is not one of them. I think he messaged me last night. I haven't seen it yet, but I think he messaged me last night saying he was there. THC definitely isn't one of them. He's a good bloke. You know, I message him from time to time to help him through, you know, being a content creator for a team that sucks, is not easy. I can tell that for sure. Third tackle here with the Dogs. Burton, he'll get now 4 tackle at the 40. It seems that way. Older Peaceful says, yeah, I agree, Broncos will need a miracle for the rest of the season. Well, they kind of have to win every game from here on out, pretty much. Kiraz, Skelton. Oh, Cobbo's been beaten badly there. There's 4 Dogs here. Oh, no! No! No. There was 4 players there, bro. There was 4. How has Skelton messed this up so badly? I get he tried to get the ball in front of Ezra Man, but wow, that was a bomb score. All I need is Mariner to score. Come on. That's a shout. He's been awful defensively, but attacking-wise, maybe he might score. I think this game's a real big mixture of runs, right? So the Dogs are on a bit of a momentum run right now. Dogs were on the momentum for the first 25 minutes of the first half, and then the last 15 minutes was all Broncos. Now, his first 10 minutes has been Bulldogs, and then there'll be a point where the Broncos do take back over. They're just going to hope the Bulldogs don't score again. Because if they go past the 13-plus marker, again, I don't think the Broncos come back. But if they keep it here, it's only 12 points. They keep it around this area, Broncos still have a good opportunity to come back. Reynolds at the back here to Reece Walsh. Ricky. Still find Ricky one of the most overrated players in the league, bro. I really do. Seb wasn't just got up. What did I miss? It looks like the NRLW was good actual punches in the biff. Yeah, Charrington and Annette Nuasala. Oh, a chance here for the Bronx. Oh, Cubbo, he's still going. Cubbo, throw the ball. Offload it, bro. 5th tackle at 40. That was great until he didn't offload the ball. So Reynolds here. Oh, it's a bomb. Not at the best of kick, but it's a high kick. I don't know who's going to try and catch it. The Dogs don't. Broncos ball. They flick it back here. Arthurs flicks it off. Broncos, 5th tackle still. Carrigan has to offload it. He offloads it again. They kick it through, and it was just awful from the Broncos. But Tracy gets taken out to 15. Older Peaceful says, true, any team around the Broncos and the ladder must win their games. Put it this way. The Eels and the Tigers are the only 2 teams that are officially locked off from the finals. The Titans have to win every single one of their games. Have to mathematically still be with a chance. The Rabbitohs and the Broncos can only lose 1 game from here on out. And then you go to the Warriors, who can pretty much only lose 1 game from here on out as well, to be fair. Oh, short ball, 5th tackle at 45. The Knights and the Raiders. The Knights can kind of probably lose 2 games, to be fair, but you don't want to, right? Effectively, you want to be winning every game from here on out. But for the Titans, it's a necessity to win every game from here on out. Broncos and Rabbitohs can only lose 1 game from here on out to be with a chance. Oh, a quick little flick back there. I don't know if kick out was square, but okay. Cobbo, second to tackle. Take it back to 15. Cobbo's been awful today. Awful. Also, Peaceful says, as a Dragons fan, I have to admit our season is done. We have no chance beating the Panthers and the Storm next week. It's not season done, bro. You're on 24 points. You need 8 points out of your last, 6 games? So 4 out of your last 6 at least win to be where you, on 32, which is what you'd expect to have to be on. Give that ball across here to Willison. Good run by Willison. That was a good offload as well. 30 minutes to go here in the game, guys. Hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget, we've got Cowboys and Sharks to come today, and also the Roosters and Manly. Ezra Mam chasing it through. Tracy grabs it, and Ezra Mam slaps him. But Tracy gets back up too. Well done, Tracy. Oh, no, he's going to lose meters. Oh, no, he's going to find a good gap. He's taking out the 20. Taking out the 20. Roosters man says Reynolds must have 2 left boots on today. Yeah, Reynolds has not been good today. Not been good. Oh, one on strip. Ezra Mam's got the ball at 15. Game changer. Game changer. Ezra Mam with the one on strip. So the Broncos, and that's 6 again as well. So Blake Moser, he'll give it off to Martin Tapau. 13 metres out on the line. Apparently this is Carrigan's 100th game as well. Carrigan now, he's 5 metres out from the line. Second tackle. Second tackle here for Paddy Carrigan. Rolls it back to Moser. Moser at the back of Reno. Reno at the back of Ezra Mam. Ezra Mam at the back again to Stags. Stags 8 metres out from the line. Oh, that's a strip. I'd challenge that. I'd challenge that. It's a strip. It's a strip. I would challenge this. I believe that's a strip. Yeah, and they are going to challenge this. Stags is pretty confident. I thought it was too. Reno is looking injured right now. Aaron Benjamin says Bulldogs one more try. I think one more try for them actually wins the game. I think Bulldogs get out to a 26-28 lead. 26-8. 26-10 or 28-10 lead. I think that's game. There's a hand on the ball there. There's a hand on the ball. There's a hand on the ball. It's a strip, bro. No, I'm sorry, but his hand's on the ball, man. What? Wilson's got his hand on the ball and he's grabbing at the ball. But Wilson's got his hand on the ball. How are you saying that's not... how are you saying that's a knock-on? That's ridiculous. This is what happened to Adam Reynolds. Oh, that's fine. It's unfortunate that something's happened with his knee there, but that doesn't make any sense. Like, his hand is on the ball. His hand is on the ball. Play it in normal speed, ref. Play it in normal speed. That is very clearly a strip. Oh, man. Bunker, man. They just love to ruin games, bro. Oh, it's so obviously a strip there. Alright, so first tackle now for the Dogs. Now second tackle at 20. They'll take it back into the 15 and the 10. Good tackle there from the Bronx to the 10. Strong defense there. Second tackle now at the 10. Andrew says, "G'day, Blaze. How's your Saturday? I've gone better than your weekend's going so far, but give me 24 hours and we might... Actually, the game would have started 13 minutes ago. 24 hours, so ask me again in just over 24 hours and I'll probably say same as you." So read mate, I'm confident for tomorrow. Josh Curran, 4th tackle out to 30. That's a really rough call against the Bronx there, man. Older piece of bad call. Yeah, well, his hand's on the ball. And that's a 40-20 attempt here. He's got the distance, but Reece Walsh will get there at the 5. And good chase there from the Dogs. Really good chase from the Dogs. Bunker's a joke. How can't they see that? It makes no sense, man. It doesn't make any sense how they can't see that hand was grasping the ball, and then as the ball comes out, his hand is going with it as well. It's very subtle, but it's also very obvious. You can see it. It should absolutely have been a penalty to the Bronx. Tapu gets the offload away to Moser. Moser here, Jesse Arthurs. Jesse Arthurs at the 40. But like I said, you just don't want the Broncos getting a run. It's only 12 points. Just remember that. It's only 12 points, despite the fact that the Bulldogs have dominated for the most part of this game. Moser off to Reynolds. Reynolds. Oh, that's a late hit. That's a penalty to the Broncos, surely. Play on, they reckon. Are they trying to win this game for the Dogs? How on earth is that not a penalty to the Bronx? I don't even like the Bronx, and I'm defending them here. How on earth? How on earth is it? How is that not a penalty, bro? Oh, man. And yet, Dogs fans, they love to come out and say, like, oh, no, when they get a good call, I guess I can't remember, there was a team a couple of weeks ago, they got a good call, they're like, oh, no, it's okay, it's part of against Sharkies, wasn't it? I think it was the Sharks. But yet when it happens to them, they're like, nah, man, this is the end of the world. It can't happen like this. It's like, come on, man. Be fair with it. Be fair with your analysis. Call it when you see it. That's why when the Titans lose, I'll come out and I'll say, yeah, look, unfortunately the Titans just lost. We weren't the better team in the game. But like when we get a bad call, I'll come out and say it's a bad call. But I'll also say there's a bad call against the team that's playing us as well. So left-hand side, and Dean Merriman gets his ball to the 20. And now the 25, second tackle. Also, Peaceful says the ref seems like they're helping the Dogs. I did say this in the first half. I don't know, there just hasn't been any advantageous calls to the Broncos, and there's been multiple advantageous calls to the Bulldogs. And that's a big call to say that wasn't a strip 10 metres out from the Dogs' line for a penalty. Big call. Oh, Tapo with the ball at 45. Doggies seem to be getting a few favourable calls in these important games. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. Dogs fans will never admit it to you, though. They'll never admit it to you. They're too proud. They are way too proud. And it's like, I love how passionate they are. And I love how really strong they are in their support for their team. But there's no way that a genuine fan of rugby league can look at a game like this, or can look at that Sharks game and say that, there aren't some really, really dubious calls going in their favour. Dogs fans tried to say, like, oh, nah, it's okay in regards to that Sharks call, which was outrageous. It was outrageous. I just know that the Dogs fans will never admit to this game being a little bit dubious right now. And I'm not a fan of the Bronx, FYI. Just a reminder. They are my most hated team in the comp. But I do my best to commentate as fairly as I possibly can. Out the back, left-hand side, they get on two. Bronx and Cherry. They are killing down this left-hand side, though. And Cherry gets taken out to 40. Good run, though. Fit tail at 40. So dumb from Currently deserved a penalty for stupidity. Absolutely. It's a penalty. It's not a penalty for stupidity. It's just a penalty for grabbing the player without the ball and just ripping him down. Late tackle. Penalty to Broncos. Wow, referee. I didn't realise the whistle could go that way, referee. I didn't realise the whistle could go the Broncos' way. That's crazy. Rooster Man says this become a joke. Well, alright, at least there's a penalty here in front of the kicker, which I guess we have seen a lot more this year. Blocker needs a mute button. I'm glad that when I commentate, I don't really hear them too much. Sometimes because I'm talking so much, like I do need to hear them so that it's something you just get used to, right? It feels weird commentating with nothing around you, no sound. But sometimes I'll pick up on what they say, and a lot of the time it's just kind of mumbling. Payne Haas with a good run to the 50, second tackle. Moser gives it off into Reynolds. Reynolds at the back down to Reece Wald. And he'll get taken down to the halfway point. Third tackle. Bruce Mason, refs and Bunker should be accountable for all calls and big suspensions for all that bugger this great gamer. Well, it's not buggered up yet. But if we see another poor call, that's when we'll start to really question it. There's still 23 minutes to go here, but it is those little calls that do count when it comes to the end, scoreline. People go, it's not the last 3 minutes, so it doesn't matter. Spoke about this on the Titans podcast this week. Like, Trebojevic should have been binned last week too, Will Shaw. Hillbilly. 5 minutes out, even on the line, Dogs get the ball. Trebojevic should have been binned for one of these 6 agains that was after a line break. But, it's just those small little calls. I'm not saying that that's the reason we ended up losing the game. That's why I'm saying this game hasn't been ruined yet, because the Dogs have ultimately been the better team so far. But it is little calls like that really adjust momentum and adjust the entirety of the game. So right inside of the Dogs, Kiraz now to the 23. 25 from 28 completions for the Broncos, 21 from 28 for the Dogs. 4 tackle now. Completion rate has definitely been in favour. Oh, jeez. That Broncos right side defence has been dreadful. Wilson's away here. Wilson's away. Oh, Ezra Mam, has he slipped over? What's happened there with Ezra Mam? It's going to be a try time here for kind of Tracy. It's going to be 26 to 10 with the kid to come. I think Dogs will win this. Oh, what's happened? The crowd is booing. So what's happened with Ezra Mam in the back play? A contact with the referee. Oh. If Grant Atkins, if this try has been scored because the Broncos player has run into the referee, let's see this referee. So he's saying that there is incidental contact between the referee and the Broncos player. By the way, this Broncos defense on the right side has been atrocious today. Okay, let's... No, camera angle. I want to see with the referee. I want to see Ezra Mam with the referee here. Where's the referee? I want to see this again. I want to see it. Show us the angle with the referee. Show us the angle with referee. Try confirm. Show us the angle with the referee. Again, like the try is fine down there, but I want to see the angle of the referee and the contact with Ezra Mam. I think everyone does. You're not going to show it, are you? Oh, here we go. Okay. Well, you can... He gets tripped from behind. He's gone past the referee and he's been tripped from behind by the referee. How on earth is that a try? How on earth is that a try? Bro, they want the Dogs to win this game. That is absurd. I don't understand. How are you blaming Ezra Mam for this? How can you allow that as a try? That is absolutely awful. There has been so many calls against the Broncos today. They're all in favour of the Dogs. That is an absolutely horrific call there against the Broncos. The referee is behind him. He has tripped him. The referee has tripped Ezra Mam. That's bullshit. Yeah, Matthew Parsons, it's great that you love this ref, but when these calls go against you, I don't want to see no complaints, bro. Because Dogs fans, they love to be loud in their support of the referee being against them. Womp, womp, womp. Always, always, always. The referees are against the Dogs, but when you get the call against the Sharks, you guys are like, I love the ref. And when you guys are getting all the calls in this game too, you love the ref. This is the issue. People never take accountability. They never ever take accountability. This is the issue with fan bases like yours and the Warriors. You always say, I love this referee when you're getting advantageous calls. But when the calls are going against you, you're like, oh, the competition sucks. The competition's rigged. You know, this is the issue with NRL fan bases, bro. Absolutely, Broncos 1995. I will agree with you 100%. Ezra was in position to make a tackle. Yes, the Bulldogs have been the better team for the most part of this game, but issues like that are what we complain about because Ezra Mam has not run into the referee. He has gone past the referee, and the referee has then tripped him. I'm not saying it's intentional, but what I'm saying is the referee has tripped the player that would have probably made the tackle. So why on earth don't you just say Dogs ball at the 25 what it was? It's going to be a dropout here from the Dogs to the Broncos. Why don't you just say no try, Dogs ball at the 20? Then we wouldn't be complaining about this. You're not saying it's a penalty to the Broncos, that's not deserved. You're not saying that the Dogs lose possession because that's not deserved. But you give the Dogs the ball back at the 25 because it's not rocket science. Ezra Mam has gone past the referee. The referee has then tripped up Ezra Mam. That's the referee's onus. So why is the onus then on the Broncos? Why is the onus on the Broncos? It makes no sense. It makes no sense. In any world. The Dingo says, ref isn't even trying to be sneaky anymore, just straight up tripping their players now. Like, bro. And then you get Dogs fans like coming in and saying, I love this ref. It's like, bro, you guys also really go hard as a whole entire collective fan base when your team's getting robbed. Like, again, the Dogs have been the better team for the most part here, but it's being clouded now. You're not going to get the respect you deserve for this victory because of this bullshit. Second tackle here at the 11. They give it out the back here to Hayward. Like, again, Broncos fans, your defense is dreadful on the left-hand side and the right-hand side. But also, you are being really harshly done here in this game. Sexton here to kick out and kick out taking out the 10. Really good tackle there from Staggs and Reynolds. Staggs has some really good moments in this game, but also some really poor moments. Hayward at the back now, Sexton. Sexton gives it off here to Tracy. Tracy underneath here too. Oh, another player slipped over. And that's going to be a try to the Dogs. But again, this like the entire game changed from the fact that you didn't even call the strip. So it's going to be Dogs who score another try here. And it's going to be 32-10 here to the Dogs. You know, and people aren't going... Well, Broncos fans will definitely acknowledge. And then the Bulldogs fans will go, oh, you know, suck it up. We won by 22, 24 points. You're just like, man, if you watch the game, you know this entire game has been ruined because of the ineptness of the referee. The entire game has been ruined by the ineptness of the referee. Entire game. CT Dingo says, I don't think you can say he can still scores with confidence either. Ezra was right there. Well, that's what we're saying. But even if there's no guarantee, even if there's guarantee he scores, I know guarantee he scores is fine. But there's no guarantee he scores at all because Ezra Mann, one, is a very, very fast player, but also was in the vicinity. It should have been Dogs ball at the 20 or 25, wherever it happened. And the back says, I saw a TikTok from the Touchline podcast. I know his name, but the guy with the glasses calling out Dogs fans for abusing the ref last week, but they made the right calls. No, he's good. No, that was good at the Touchline podcast. So I've messaged them from time to time. They're good. But absolutely. Absolutely. Have you ever seen me this passionate in defense of the Broncos? You know, I'm not a Broncos fan by any stretch, any margin. But it's just dreadful how this game has turned on its head because of the ineptness of the officials. And you'll get that Graham Annesley will come out and he'll say, no, the onus is on Ezra Mam, or this is incidental. No, it's not incidental because Ezra Mam has gone past the referee and the referee has then tripped him up. The blame goes onto the referee in that situation. And from there, they've now scored 2 tries, which has ended the game. And it was such a fun game to watch until then. Dead set, bro. And then you get the commentary circle jerking them as if we've not all just watched this exact same game. It always happens where a team wins via... that's going to be knock on Broncos. It always happens where a team wins via good ref calls, and when the team loses, they say the comp is rigged. Absolutely. We don't hear that from me, though. When the Titans have bad calls against us, I will complain about the bad calls, but also I will admit when we lose too. And I will not always blame the referee. And when I do, it'll be about very specific calls. And that also doesn't necessarily mean that I'm blaming the loss on that. I also usually will say that for the most part of the game, we just simply weren't good enough. You know, the only 2 games this year, there's been a lot of controversial calls against the Titans this year, but the only 2 games I actually really complain about are the Raiders and the Knights game. The Raiders, the NRL officially apologised for. Tried to skirt around it, but also officially apologised for. And the Knights game, we all know what happened at Magic Round. But outside of that, despite the Storm game, Manly 7-metre forward pass and all that kind of jazz, there's even small complaints about last week. I don't come out here and say, like, we got robbed. I come out and say, this call's wrong, this call is very dubious, and yet, you know... when we get a good call against somebody else, I'll say, listen, I'm taking the win. But with that being said, don't know about that call. You know, like, it's really not that hard to do that, to take that pride away. That's why you get annoyed by comments like that saying, I love this ref. It's like, no, mate, because if you get robbed in the finals, you guys are going to be the ones that burn the entire stadium from a core down. Like, Dogs fans will burn a core down. That's what they'll do, you know. But yet they love this ref now, and they love the ref against the Sharks. Shit, bro. 3rd tackle. And yet, again, like old mate was just saying, you know, last week they were happy to really get into the referee about their game against the Cowboys. It's like, okay, well, did you love the ref then? Oh, no. Okay. So when it's against you, it's not okay. But when it's for you, it's all good. It's okay. It should be not okay, either or. Either way, I want to win the game fair and square. I want to win the game fair and square. So that nobody can ever say to me, and say, like they're going to say regardless, but like so that nobody can actually have a reasonable argument that goes against the fact that the team that you support deserve to win. As it's unlikely that trip shit happens. Oh, that's so stupid, that comment. Oh, it's so stupid. Oh, it's so stupid. They're so stupid, that comment. So it's going to be a knock on there from the Broncos and the Bulldogs and the 40. Sorry, ads, that's a really dumb comment. Flurry says, I'm sick of the bias on certain players and teams. I wouldn't say the Bulldogs have been... Well, I guess since the second half of the season it's been a little bit. But with that being said, I wouldn't kind of pinpoint the Dogs as a team. Yeah, I don't know, ads. I don't really care about that comment anymore. Like, that was just a really stupid comment. After everything I've just said, for you to say that unlikely that shit happens, that's possibly the dumbest comment I ever seen in my life. That is a dumb comment, bro. Shows your intelligence as a rugby league fan if you think that unlucky with that trip shit happens. The entire game changes. Stupidity. Contract, you're taking out at 33. First tackle. Ennebacker says, one thing this season I've pulled up some Para fans that complain about the ref from Para has been horrible and the good teams know how to win games with some bad calls going against them. Correct. That's why I don't look too much about those controversial calls to the Titans early on in the season. Titans, Rays and Knights. And I say, like, the good teams still win those games. They still win them. That's what's the reaction. Yeah, he's a knob. So, third tackle, and then he'll be like, oh, no, it's just because the Dolphins banter. Cool. So, fourth tackle now at the 18. We think you're a knob. All good. So, fourth tackle now, Josh Curran. He'll get this ball to the 10. Fair tackle. Sports has 2 penalties on Reynolds not called. Bunker didn't call strip on Stags and lost their challenge. Ref took out man. Welcome to Rugby League. Welcome to Rugby League. So, it's going to be a knock on Broncos here at the 5. Knock on Broncos here at the 5. I've got to get rid of that shit out of the game. Absolutely, Risman. Because again, for the most part of this game up until a really couple of poor calls in favour of the Dogs, until that part, the Dogs were arguably the better team in the game. You know, they were the better team in the game, and then it just completely blows out now based off of just awful calls. Well, I'll stream the games tomorrow. I'll be streaming the Titans vs Dragons women's game at 12 o'clock. But outside of that, I won't be streaming the 3 men's games because I'll be at Suncorp for the Titans Dolphins. So Matt Burton now at the 10. Oh, jeez, lucky not to knock that ball on. 8 metres out now from the line, first tackle. Reid Marnie Curran lost the ball. Knock on. Knock on. I actually like Warrior Hargraves. He's one that cops so much crap. Oh, he knows what he's doing. He deserves a lot of the flack that he gets. But with that being said, he's an entertaining character in the game. Yeah, some of it is warranted, some not. I would agree with that, Russaman. There's definitely, I would say a majority that is warranted, but, you know, he's a big boy. He knows what he's doing. Ben says, I can't see the match, but apparently man was tripped by the ref and Reynolds held back earlier. Yeah, and there was also a strip that wasn't called. The Broncos have been rorted in this game. Rorted. 10 minutes ago here in the game, guys. Hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if you are new. 10 minutes ago here. I'll give it off to Corey Jensen, and Jensen now gets ball to the 23, third tackle. Beastman says, oh damn, what happened to the Broncos just tuned in? Weren't being beaten by probably better team, but then the referee got involved, as always. Payne Husk will get taken out to 45, the 5th tackle. He's tipping the Cows against the Sharks. No, I'm actually tipping the Sharkies in that one. Tipping the Sharkies, they've got a good record there, but they are without Nico Hines and Will Candy, so it will be a very, very tough one. But I'll back the Sharkies. I will be live for the Sharks, Cowboys, and also the Roosters and Manly. 3 big games here today. Warrior Hargraves is the most respectful guy off the field, just like Spencer and Rads. That's great. On the field, obviously, I don't know these guys, and no one knows these guys really off the field, right? You only see what you see, but I never go at the human off the field. I'm just saying that on the field, a lot of it is warranted, and he knows what he's doing. He's doing it deliberately to get a reaction. He does it deliberately. So right-hand side, Toby Sexton, Preston. That was a really good pass there from Toby Sexton. Back here to Reid Marnie. Reid Marnie gives it off to Tracy, and Tracy will score. And it will be 38-10 with the kick to come. 38-10 with the kick to come. And now people will start to forget about the bad calls that led up to this point. The bad calls that led up to this point. It's going to be deflating, but then again, they're supposed to be pros. Don't need that last part there, Flurry, but as in like the further part down. But with that being said, yeah, look, it is definitely deflating, but you know, times like this, you know, you get a couple of calls against us, and they give up. It's just kind of how it goes. Agro says Fitty Bomb. Yeah, but with that being said, bro, I'm not, as in, like, it's good what the Dogs are doing, but, like, I'm not impressed after what happened. As the reason why, bro, is that you came in, you've clearly heard that everybody here is pretty passionate and angry about the way the decisions have been handled in this game, right? You can pretty clearly, because you've commented that about the trip, immediately after the fact that everybody in this chat and also myself are pretty vehemently, criticising the call and criticising how bullshit it is because SMM has run past the referee and the referee trips him up. And that's entirely how this game has changed because it was a real arm wrestle until that point. So you come in here, you drop that, and then you drop in a go the Dolphins for tomorrow. Right, what reaction do you think you're going to get there, bro? Because it does seem like absolutely you've come in for a reaction. We don't know that you're moving house. We don't know what you're doing, bro. But what we know is that you've picked a moment to come into the stream and you've said exactly the opposite of what literally everybody is saying, and then you've gone against the team of for the team that my team is playing tomorrow. What is surprising to you here? There's no way you're that surprising. The surprise. It's not rocket science. Otto Peace Lord says, we'll miss Lomax next year. Good player on the field, but does very weird things off the field. Oh, yeah, he does. Oh, yeah. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Tracy, 3 tries, 3 assists. What a game. Yeah, Con Tracy had a good game. 8 tackle bust, 2. Hillbilly says, there will be calls of at least it didn't affect the game, but all this momentum came off the back of that one call. Game ruined for everyone, even the Dogs. Absolutely. Because no one gives the credit to the Dogs who probably do deserve the win here. But also the whole game changed off the back of all those poor calls. So you don't give the credit where credit is due, despite the fact that they probably do deserve more credit than they're going to get. This 40-10 isn't realistic of what we've actually seen for the most part here. And then Ezra will get suspended for coming in contact with the ref. Yeah, that's absolutely true, eh? That's a good kick there from... Oh, he's out. Well, his knee's gone down. Oh, I'm done. Oh, fuck me. Oh, referees. Oh, gosh. I can't deal with that. How can you go? Even the commentary is just like, come on, surely he's out. Oh, come on, referees. Come on, brother. Come on, bro. Oh, make it less obvious. Make it less obvious, referees. Viliami kick-out was very clearly gone out just then. Here we go. Let's look at his left knee. Let's look at his left knee. All right. He's clearly gone out there. His right knee has clearly gone out. Oh. I'm not even gonna. Yeah, exactly right, Stuart. Yeah, never mind. He definitely did. Eldon Walker says, what the hell is happening? It's a great question. Referees are all over the shop. Referees are multi saying, well, at least this one doesn't affect the game. Oh, man. Oh, no. Sorry, I'm just going to message a friend of mine, content creator. Bang. On Measles, can't wait to see what the press conference is going to be and how they're going to investigate this game because it's honestly been dreadful. It has been, but Dogs fans won't admit it. Second tackle out of 20. Whilst we'll say that cost the game. Well, that didn't cost the game. You could argue other points did, but that didn't cost the game. That was just another really, really poor call. And again, an advantage of the Dogs. NRL would like to apologise. Yeah. So, Kurt Mann, he'll be taking another 13 minutes out for tackle. The Dingo says, guys, we're back to Dogs fans saying they'll win the comp, and I'm seeing some neutrals start to say they're legit contenders. I can't see them going far in the finals and they make it. Bro. There's no surprises, though. Jesse Arthurs, taken down to 25. They haven't watched the game. They're not watching the game. They're just looking at the score, if that's the case. Dogs fans, I can understand. The Dogs fans can back their team in. There's a punch on. There's Biffo. What I'll say, there is no grievance with Dogs fans believing that their team can win the comp. There is no grievance with that at all. You are entitled to believe your team can win the comp. You are entitled to back your team in. The issue that I've explained today is when you've strongly come out. That's a late hit. That's a penalty in the Bronx for sure. The issue is when you've got teams that complain so strongly, so loudly against the referee in every single game. But then when the advantageous calls go in your favour, i.e. Sharks game, where the Sharks... Oh, was it the Warriors, not the Sharks? It was the Warriors, not the Sharks, sorry, I've got that confused. It was the Warriors game that I was talking about. The Warriors game that the Warriors should have won. And then this game here, Bulldogs fans will never admit these ones have been like, as the Warriors the same. The Warriors the same team where they don't admit when their team gets favourable calls too. Bulldogs 40, the 2023 Grand Finals, Brisbane Broncos 10. Yeah, Daz, I would normally support you against the Bronx. I would normally say I'm happy for you, but this has been a controversial game and a half, my guy. A half. So first tackle now for the Bronx. This entire game has been ruined for me. It was a fun game until it was ruined. You've got to stand up for your teammates while watching the ref. Third tackle now for 25. Reece Walsh back to Moser. Off to Jensen. I don't even like the Bronx, but I feel for them. I don't feel for them. They're going to eat dick. But, I disagree with the calls today. Good ball. Tuppo right at the post. There's a good try. So it'll be game 250 and Tuppo will score at the post. So it'll be 40-16. Red said, if you look at close, he's back in, but I'd like a closer look. All I know is that that's not really if you're talking about the sideline one, I don't think anyone's really complaining too heavily about that. What they're complaining about is the no strip call, is the no late tackle on the kicker of Reynolds where he got dragged back. And then they're also, the biggest emphasis here is Ezra Mann running past the referee and the referee then tripping him up and the Bulldogs being allowed to try off the back of that when Ezra Mann was in the vicinity. You give the ball back to the Bulldogs. They got the ball, whatever tackle it is. You don't lose a tackle. It's just that tackle at the 20-25 where it was. You play it from there, right? But the whole game changed from those aspects. So that's the issue. I don't really care too much about that sideline call. The game was over by that point. Grant Atkins going well then. No. No. 4 minutes and 7 seconds to go here. Yes and no. Alright, so the Bulldogs will kick this ball into the corner. 4 minutes to go. A lot of points conceded here by the Broncos, though. Their defense is not great regardless. Regardless of all the poor calls, the Broncos, and this is why I say, the Dogs, I'm happy to still give the Dogs the 2 points here, right? I'm not saying that the Broncos deserve this 2 points based off of the calls. It just changes the opportunity. It's the opportunity that changes. It's just the opportunity that changes. Stewie says, Brisbane fans surely will be frustrated. Grand final possible bottom 4. Yeah, for sure. Especially when the Titans beat the Broncos next week. Reynolds kicks his ball into the corner. Ball will bounce for the sideline. Dogs ball at 30. That was an absolute joke. Yep. So our Cowboys Sharks stream will start at I think 5:25, 5:20, 5:25, 5:20, something like that. Brisbane are surely scared facing the minor premiers next week. Absolutely, Stewie. Oh, mate, you're absolutely spot on. And when I think of people spot on in their lives, Stewie, I think of the comment that you've just made, and that's about it. That's how spot on it is. Second tackle at the 45. I just get tired watching this. That's why it's good being a lot more fitter now. Fit, healthy, keeping on, rocking on. It feels good because I'd be exhausted after this game of how controversial it's been and the likes. But I've got so much energy, man. I can't even have coffee or anything like that. So this is just me. this is just purely me. Off the back of my own energy. 54, 04. I was at 20 past. So 50. Oh, no, get the offload away. And the Dogs be taking out the 30, be fit tackle. I used to be so tired, man. When there'd be a game like this, when I was, eating just bullshit all the time and not going to the gym and not being healthy, it's going to be a knock on there from the Dogs first. The Broncos ball at 10. I would be so just tired and just so over it by the end of this first game. But now, I'm good. Older Peaceful says, hopefully it's not going to be another Panthers vs Storm grand final this year. Would want to see other teams make grand finals instead, even though they both have been the best 2 teams this year, in my opinion. I would not, unless the Titans women make the grand final, I won't go to it. I think, if the Sharks make the grand final, I don't think the Sharks make the grand final, but the Sharks didn't go to the Sharkies. But, like, if it's Broncos Panthers again, which is not going to happen, but, like, if it was that, I wouldn't go. I probably wouldn't go down for Storm Panthers. I think the only two teams I'll go down for is if the Sharks make the GF or if the Titans will make the GF. Possible 12 points in Brisbane, but I reckon they'll only be able to get 6. Peace Lord will be Titans versus Penrith. Or there's that too. There's that option as well. Dogs versus Riff with Atkins. He loves Riff more. I think that under Grant Atkins, the Panthers have an unbelievable record with Atkins. I think it's like a 90% win record against the Dogs. Isn't Atkins a Panthers member? I think he is. I could be wrong. I might be thinking of a different referee. Jesse Hampton said, I hate if Penrith won again this year. I'm glad we saw a three-peat, but it's time for a new winner. Yeah, for sure. That's why I would like... I wouldn't... Although the Dogs fans can be really intolerable, like, I wouldn't mind the Doggies winning. Obviously, Sharkies, you know... wouldn't care for Cowboys. Oh, left hand side. Oh, he nearly caught it. That's an knock on. What else? Who are the other teams around that top 8 area? As long as you're not the Storm, the Panthers, or the Roosters. You know, like, I wouldn't even mind Manly, because Manly's my dad's team. I wouldn't want Dolphins. Dolphins, no way. No way. If the Broncos play the Dolphins in the grand final, guys, I would support the Broncos. I will tell you that right now. There's no way I want the Dolphins winning a comp before the Titans. I wouldn't wear a jersey or anything like that. I would be wearing my Titans jumper, but I would be supporting the Broncos over the Dolphins. That's absolutely for sure. That doesn't mean that I hate the Dolphins more than the Broncos, but it does mean that I will not support the Dolphins to win a grand final before the Titans do. It's like Warriors. Warriors fans are so strong about their belief of the Titans not winning a comp before them, because we're the team that came in after them, and they haven't won one yet. And the Dolphins are the team that came in after us. So Burton goes for a field goal, and Will got it. He's got it. So we'll finish 41-16. 41-16 there for the Dogga Woof Woof. And they'll take it. You know, it's a good win. You're not going to get the credit that you probably really feel like you deserve because of how unbelievably controversial this game has been. With that being said, the Dogs will go into 5th. Obviously, now they would prefer Manly to lose to the Roosters. I don't know. Maybe you could go either or there. But if you Manly win, you go back down to 6th. Manly lose, you stay in 5th. But the Roosters go 2 points even further ahead. So yeah, look, I think that's good there for the Dogs. But like obviously, sour taste in the mouth after the calls that we saw in that game. Broncos, on the other hand, your season's probably done. Your season is probably done. You take on the Modern Premiers next week at the Gold Coast Titans at Suncorp Stadium, a team that already beat you at Suncorp Stadium this year. So, yeah, tough one. Lorenzo Ostana says, how far do you reckon the Doggies can go in the finals? Well, that doesn't prove jack shit, that game. That doesn't prove jack shit. The whole game was changed by multiple bad calls against the Broncos. But I don't think the Bulldogs will go too far, but I think they could. I think second week is an opportunity. I don't think they beat the Panthers. I don't think they beat the Storm. I don't think they beat the Roosters. I think they could beat Manly. I think the Sharkies game will be a good game between them two. I'd probably leave with the Sharks, but no, I'd probably leave with the Dogs at the moment. Cowboys beat them last week. They're in 8th place. I think the Bulldogs beat the Dolphins. They beat the Dragons and Rays and whatnot. So yeah, look, I'm still not completely convinced of the Dogs, but you know, I just wish I could have, because if they won this game 41-16 without all those bad calls against the Broncos in a really crux moment of the game, I would have been very, very much saying the Bulldogs have a chance here. You know, they're actually doing really, really well. But unfortunately, there's just a real big sour taste in the mouth. So, yeah, look, it is what it is for now. Good stuff there for the Dogs. We'll see you guys in about 25 minutes' time for the Cowboys taking on the Sharkies game, a really important game there in the top 8. Obviously, guys, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you are new around here. And I will see you guys in about 25 minutes. Alright, guys, thanks for watching. Catch you later. See ya.